E aí pessoal, sejam todos bem-vindos a mais um vídeo. Vamos continuar aqui com a jornada de Senua. No episódio passado nós fizemos o prólogo, o início do jogo, né? E paramos aqui. Na verdade eu entrei na porta da direita, só que o que acontece? Eu precisei voltar ao jogo. Porque eu fiz, né, o mapa, eu matei o chefe e tudo mais. Só que depois eu fui dar uma olhada na wiki, né? E eu vi que tinha deixado passar alguns totens desse aqui, ó. Eu tô chamando de totem, só que o nome correto disso aqui é Lorestone. Eu deixei passar uns dois. Aí eu tentei voltar na área pra gravar, né? Mas tem umas partes que ficam bloqueadas, então eu não consegui estar mostrando. E como eu não quero deixar faltando conteúdo, eu achei melhor regravar. Então eu voltei do início e tô começando de novo aqui. Aí o que acontece? Na Wiki eu vi também que o jogo está dividido em capítulos, e é assim que eu quero estar fazendo essa série aqui. E o capítulo um, né, a gente fez até agora foi o prólogo. O capítulo um vai ser agora, e é justamente a porta da esquerda, que é o domínio do Valravn. É. E, e é pra lá que a gente vai primeiro, depois a gente vai pra cá. E aqui é um mapa meio confuso, cara. Tem muito puzzle, assim. Porque como ele é o deus da ilusão, né? Então tem umas viagens doidas aqui. Então eu vou estar comentando um pouco mais nesse vídeo aqui. Eu vou falar um pouco mais para poder explicar o que está acontecendo, tá? Então vamos embora aqui. Não vamos perder muito tempo não.
Valravn, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravn and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Ó, já vamos aqui já para pegar a primeira Lorestone. Aqui nessa área aqui vai ter 5. Essa aqui vai ser a primeira.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice, Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Olha aqui a primeira ilusão. Tá vendo que o caminho tá bloqueado. Então foco aqui.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
What's that? It's a door. Push it. Push it. Push it. She did it. She did it.
Olha, tá bloqueado lá. O esquema é encontrar esses arcos aqui, ó. Daí a gente faz o seguinte, ó. Tá vendo? Ó? Tá bloqueado. Agora não tá mais, ó.
Something was different. Can you see it?
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there. she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Finish this! End it now! End it! Too many. Find a good position. End them behind you. Do it. You're close.
Vou mostrar um movimento aqui que eu não tinha mostrado no vídeo passado. Você dá uma corrida. Isso aí é pra quebrar a defesa do cara.
The Northman will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
Mais uma ilusão.
Valravn's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, truth.
Agora a gente tem que unir. Vou mostrar daqui. Vai ter esse símbolo aqui, né? Que a gente tem que formar com esses pedaços aqui pendurados. O que acontece? Esse caminho está bloqueado. Aí a gente vem aqui. Mas já não está mais. Né?
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something you shifted. Can you feel it?
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself
Another gate.
is watching.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. To open it. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen. Don't.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravn.
Which ravens? Can't you see?
Agora, mais um caminho bloqueado. Agora a gente vem aqui. Não está mais. Né?
Line up the ravens. Shh. What is it?
I hear something.
If you hear the sound of Valravn,
Challenge me.
follow it and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
só. Tá bloqueado. Eu vim pra cá, não tá mais, né?
Before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a gallant. Some, like truth, become gallants and dragons. Others, like Senua, the Belgica's. Those who make it back are forever changed.
Agora a gente tem que bloquear, porque o que acontece? Vai ter uma lorestone ali, ó. Essa aí de vir... Acho que não deu pra mostrar, não. A gente tinha que bloquear, para criar esse caminho aqui, ó. Essa parede. Passar por cima.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Agora não tem passagem nenhuma. Tá vendo essa estrutura de madeira aí? Tem que criar uma escada para conseguir subir ali. Aí a gente vem aqui. Ó, a escada apareceu. Aqui a escada some. Aqui aparece. Você passa no meio.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. She can get up. What's that? Magic. Dark magic. A trick. Valravn tricking her. Valravn. How can she get up? Bait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. It's not. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion. We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. She can't go in there. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Truth says there's always another route.
Find a way, Senua. Go round, Senua.
Find your own path.
There's a different way.
Agora abrir o caminho. Tanto faz vir por aqui ou subir aqui, é a mesma coisa. E aqui a gente vai encontrar a terceira. Acho que é a terceira. É isso mesmo.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry, and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
Pronto, agora vamos para a quarta Lorestone.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic. There was a very wise being named Mimir, who guarded the waters of wisdom which flow from the roots of the world tree. Odin wished to drink from this spring, but he had to pay a price. So he gouged out his own eye as offering to Mimir. He drank from the well and traded one way of seeing for another.
The song. Valravn. Valravn's song. It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's 2. Listen, focus. Listen. It's magic. It's magic.
Olha só, a ponte de madeira ali, ó. Agora não tá passando no meio, tá?
The forest. Where? Which forest? Forest in the wild. The wilds. She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds? She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness. Did she beat her darkness? No. It nearly killed her, but she tried. Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth,
Agora o muro, não tem nenhuma abertura pra gente passar. Agora pelo meio, parece, ó.
She wanted to marry
Não
Dillian.
tem? Tem.
She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian.
But it didn't work. She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him.
She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too.
She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped her.
Agora vamos para a última lorestone dessa área aqui.
The Northmen say that Odin has 2 ravens. Their names are Thought and Memory, and each day he sends them out to fly all across the world. Upon their return, they perch on his shoulders and tell him everything they have seen and heard. In this way, he learns of things far and wide, and for this reason, he is called the Raven God. Senua, like Odin, you must seek wisdom through thought and memory if you are to succeed in your quest.
Agora vamos abrir essa porta aqui, porque a gente vai precisar bloquear essa entrada aqui de novo. Olha só, eu tenho que fazer sumir esses símbolos aqui, ó. Sumiu, apareceu.
The ravens. They've gone. They've gone. No.
Half of them have gone.
They've gone. Some are still there.
But where?
Valravn's helping.
He's not helping.
It's a trick.
Quiet. Can't think.
Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where have we been?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. But she remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
Ó. Aquela tora de madeira ali, ó, pra gente passar. Agora aparece, agora não aparece. Agora a gente vai. fazer o símbolo de subir de novo.
The ravens. They were gone. No. There's still three.
Agora só sobrou um pra gente formar.
Where have they gone? She did it. What does it mean?
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought, grow in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Valravn. Broke. The gate is open. Open. She did it.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill them. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillion before her time comes?
Overcome Valravn's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Aí o objetivo é fazer com que um desses galhos aqui toque aquela parte ali de baixo, ó, pra gente poder subir. Você vem aqui, ó o galho. Tem, agora tem. Passa no meio. Agora é só voltar.
Speak to me, Drew. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Caralho, esse fantasma fala, velho. O caminho não tem caminho, ó, tá sem nada. Aí a gente vem aqui, aparece. Aí agora que não tem passagem, ó. Tem que voltar pro arco lá e desfazer o que a gente acabou de fazer. Olha só. Tem caminho, agora não tem mais. Aí como a gente abriu o porta-caminho, ó, só passar.
The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me. I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua'S,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you now. You led me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
filho da puta.
Behind you! She finished! Don't let them get behind you. Keep them in sight. You're close.
Quando tá assim tem que usar o foco, velho, não tem jeito.
Focus now! illusion. But not this time!
The mark of Valravn, one of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Esse chefe é mais chato do que o gigante de fogo, cara. Porque ele fica sumindo toda hora, esse filho da puta. Mas... pode cair uma vez ainda. Normal, acontece.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves. I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them.
Mother? Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over. She misses her so much.
Aí a gente viu a mãe da Senua, né? Ou pelo menos eu acho que ela viu. E é difícil de saber, né? A menina tem esquizofrenia, é foda. Mas ali era a mãe dela, né? Falando. A gente vai ver aí no decorrer do jogo mais algumas vezes ainda. Inimigo novo, ó. Esse aqui é mais... não devia ter definido isso. Esse aí é mais forte que o esgoto lá.
Finish this! End it now! He's gone! Yes, Senua!
nearly the end.
Esse movimento aqui é útil principalmente para esses inimigos de escudo, ó. Veja só. A gente quebra a defesa dele. Mais uma vez.
She needs to go back.
She can't.
It won't open.
Why won't it open?
Why won't it open?
There's another challenge.
She hasn't challenged Cert.
Pronto. Terminamos aqui esse primeiro capítulo aqui. No próximo episódio a gente vai matar o gigante de fogo, o Cert, que é o segundo capítulo. E pegamos todas as LORESTONES do episódio. Vamos pegar também todas desse lugar, para só depois a gente conseguir abrir o portão, tá? Então eu vou ficando por aqui. Se você gostou desse vídeo, não esquece de deixar um joinha, compartilhe com seus amigos também e comenta aí o que você está achando dessa série, tá bom? E se é novo no canal, não esquece de se inscrever e ativa o sininho para poder ser notificado dos próximos vídeos, tá bom? Muito obrigado por assistir, um forte abraço e até a próxima.